Welcome to Junk Food Fit. I'm Professor Cookie, and today we're going to talk about protein. So I brought a couple things as examples of protein. I have some protein bars. I ate my last one of my Fit Crunch this morning, so I don't have one of those to show as an example. Protein bars, protein powder. We have meat. This is tuna, which has a high amount of protein in it. Then we have food that contains protein and other things. So almond has a good mixture of fat, carbs, and protein. And the last item I have is PB Fit, which you may or may not have seen in the grocery stores or in supplemental stores. But basically what this is, what they're trying to do is giving you peanut butter but taking away the fat, because some things, when people think about peanut butter, they think that I don't want to eat a lot of the peanut butter because there's too much fat in it. We're not talking about fat in this video, but if you take out the fat because you powder it, it's no longer a butter. It's no longer that buttery texture. So something that is a powder has 1.5 grams of fat in a serving instead of the almonds, which have the serving size is not the same, but just as a comparison, this has 1.5 grams in one serving. This has 29 grams in one serving. So you took out the fat. You have total carbohydrates 4 grams per serving, and then you have protein 5 grams per serving. So something like this would provide you with protein, some carbs, and a low amount of fat. Well, let's go back and start from the beginning. So protein has 4 calories per gram, something that you should pay attention to. Protein, 4 calories per gram. That means that every time you consume 1 gram of your tuna, you're going to get 4 calories of protein. Something like this is not an exact conversion in that way because this is flavored tuna. So you have to think you have the tuna, the protein meat in there, but you also have the ingredient label. The ingredient line says light tuna, water, sugar, onion, chili, salt, tomato paste. So those extra ingredients, tomato starch, that's going to add the 8 grams of carbs in one serving instead of just the 12 grams of protein. So in one pouch of this, you get 12 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbs, and 0.5 grams of fat. Tuna is a really good source of protein, and that's the other piece that I wanted to point out is, remember, meat is not protein. Meat is a source of protein. There's other things in meat, so meat is not 100% protein. It's going to have protein, it has vitamins and minerals, it has water, it's going to have some fat depending on the type of meat and the cut of the animal. So it is a very good source of protein, but it is not protein. Protein is a chain of amino acids, and you've probably heard the words or the term amino acids before. So you make up a chain of amino acids builds a protein. You could buy at the store amino acids. You can buy branched chain amino acids, and when I say store, I mean typically a supplement place like a GNC or a vitamin shop. So this is your whey protein, and if you look at the container, some of them have additional amino acids added to them, but in this case it seems that they don't add any, but it does have a breakdown of the naturally occurring amino acid profile, which is pretty comprehensive. It has amino acids like leucine, isoleucine, tryptophan, tyrosine, proline. So your whey protein is a really good source of your essential amino acids. And the term essential, it's not that you don't need all of the amino acids, it's that the essential ones are the ones that your body cannot make on its own, so you need to consume those essential amino acids through your food, through your diet every day. Alright, what else? So let's go to the protein bars. So protein bars are great. They've been building up in popularity the last couple of years, or at least that I've been paying attention to. So I have a Quest bar here. I have oh yeah, 1 bar. And if you look on the back, it's not just protein that you're going to get. You're going to get, in this one, you have 9 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs, and 21 grams of protein. Compared it to this one, you have 7 grams of fat instead of 9. You have 23 grams of carbs instead of 20, and 22 grams of protein instead of 21. So the difference in calories, this one has 220, this one has 190. It all depends on what you're looking for, and is that little bit of a difference, is that going to make or break you for that day? So this one calls out having 22 grams of protein, and this one has 21 grams of protein. So the reason why you go after that 20 number, so you're going to see on a lot of packages that 20, 21, 25, those are important numbers to hit when it comes to protein synthesis. So there's a lot of studies out there that show that 20 grams of protein every time that you're consuming a meal, and typically it's every 2 or 3 hours, 20 grams is that perfect number that allows for protein synthesis rather than protein breakdown. And it is a range from 20 to 30, but it also depends on how large of a person you are and how much protein you have to begin with, but typically 20 is that magic number. So even this protein powder claims to have 24 grams of protein in 1 scoop. So that 20 range is really important when it comes to bodybuilding, paying attention to your muscles in your body. But then again, it doesn't mean that something less than 20 isn't good. So this pack only has 12 grams of protein. 12 is still a pretty decent number, and then of course you could always just eat 2 packs of this, and then because it's only 90 calories in 1 pack. So if you eat 2 packs, then you're going to get 24 grams of protein, which hits right near that magic number, and 180 calories. So it really depends on what you're looking for. So one other thing about the protein powder is that you don't have to get whey protein. There are some people that it might give them an upset stomach, or they don't consume dairy products. So if you are one of those, then there are plenty of other options. You don't have to have whey. You can there's plant protein, pea, soy. You can get meat protein, egg protein. So there's all sorts of different powders nowadays that you can consume and still get the same great benefits. And the last thing I wanted to cover was limiting amino acids. There are complete proteins, and then there are proteins that are not complete, where they have a limiting amino acid. So there are a list of amino acids that are essential for our diet that we need to consume in our diet in order for our body to work properly. Beans is a really good example. So beans has a limiting amino acid, rice has a limiting amino acid, but they're different ones. So the amino acid that the beans are missing, the rice has. And the amino acid that rice is missing, the beans have. So when you combine them together and you have a wonderful meal of rice and beans, now you have a complete meal and a complete set of amino acids. Thank you for watching today. That's all about protein. There's plenty more to learn about protein, but we'll talk about that in later videos. This is just to get you the basics of it. So thanks for joining. Have a great day. See you later.